Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have this weird angle because I'm currently in the car waiting for Utabani. He just wrote an exam and I'm picking him up, and right now Vela is Salon. As you can see, my hair is plaited. I just want to firstly talk about my experience at a natural hair salon. So I tried out Redefined Beauty. So Redefined Beauty used to be Anino, then Boomy sold it, and now it's Redefined Beauty. I hope this lighting is not terrible. And now it's called Redefined Beauty. So I went there today to try it out, and let me just say I was so impressed. I mean, I was expecting to be impressed, but at the same time, I was like, I've never had like an easy time dealing with all of that hair. So I was wondering, how are they gonna pull that off? But so I went in for a detangle and wash and this and plate. Okay, so first of all, the place is gorgeous. They use Torenzo sweets. It's giving Lux, it's giving soft life, it's giving that girl. When she was detangling me, she started off with finger detangling, which was legitimately not painful, you guys. Like, I got detangled and it was not hurting at all. It actually felt like I was being pampered. And then after that, we went on to obviously wash the hair. Can I just tell you, the washing stations over there, first of all, it looks like beds. You're literally laying on a bed, a very comfy bed, and you're getting your hair washed, and it came with a massage. Swear to God, like that was a legitimate head or scalp massage. I don't know, scalp massage, and it was so glorious. And I wanted to capture that part too, but I was like, no, I'm not about to disturb my massage midway just because I want to record it. But there was definitely like an awesome massage that came with it, and it was just so blissful. And then came the plaiting, which I was very nervous for because now we are opening lines, and that's usually where the hell comes in. But guys, I have never had my hair be that gently and patiently dealt with. Like, the lady was doing my hair, was taking her time when parting it, was taking her time to make sure that, like, when there were knots, when she was untangling the knots, it wasn't hurting me, and it didn't feel super rushed. Like, it was just amazeballs overall, and I really loved the experience. I grew up in the relax your hair era, like 100% not questionable. That was the way to do it. You wanted your hair to be straight, you wanted it to be slick, you wanted it to be mwah. You know what I mean? So I grew up in that era, and natural hair did not make sense for anyone. And I think one of the biggest reasons, besides I guess the false preaching of natural hair not looking pretty back then, it was also just the convenience of relaxed hair. And it's crazy because back then, if you had natural hair, it meant either you are very backwards and you're from the lollies, or you are too poor to afford relaxer. Though that was the thought process, and that was the understanding at that time. And natural hair was untidy. It was not acceptable for you to go to school with natural hair or to go to work with natural hair, because that means umdaga, you're untidy and you're not kept, essentially. And I can't believe how far we've come when I look back at the fact that I was truly raised in that time and in that era where that was the belief, like wholeheartedly the belief. Yeah, so that was me from primary school to high school. I think then the movement started, and the unlearning started, and the relearning that actually afro kinky coily hair is beautiful. it is gorgeous. It is our African hair and we should love it. Y'all know what I'm talking about, where it was everywhere. And that's when I do not know, because I cut my hair in matric, and I'm not sure if that was influenced by the culture. I think that had more to do with me feeling like I don't have time to put energy into fixing myself like that. I have to focus on school. So there we go. uh there you have it, guys. So I cut my hair in matric, but I really think that when I really got exposed to the natural hair culture and learning to love it was when I got to university, because that's when I started watching YouTube, watching influencers, especially South African influencers like y'all's. Like, I would watch her channel and I actually fell in love with natural Afro hair. Like, for the first time, I recognized it for its beauty and I was like, oh my god, we actually have such beautiful hair. And that's when I got committed to growing my afro, and it turned out to be a gorgeous afro. A gorgeous afro, and that was fun and that was great. But recently, and by recently I mean post COVID, because during COVID people were still afroing, okay? So post COVID, for some reason, firstly for me, what happened is that I kind of got over the hype, and I realized that, damn, maintaining this hair is a lot, or at least that's how I feel. Like, you have to have this wash day, and wash day, at some point I tried to keep up with the wash day routine. Wash day was just horrific. Not horrific, oh my god, okay, let me mind my language. I was not looking forward to it. I was dreading it. I didn't like the detangling. I didn't like how long everything took. My arms would be tired and I'd just be there half the time wondering if this is worth it. Every night, and I'm just like, this doesn't feel worth it. I think, and then that's when I started just braiding my hair all the time, because at least then I don't have to deal with the day-to-day maintenance of an afro. I can just rock my braids, bandi kurili braids, put on other braids and just live like that. And then I started realizing that, okay, we were all cool with afro hair, but now people are going back to relaxing their hair. Especially last year, there was like relaxing thing happening, and I'm just like, I mean, okay. And not that I'm even judging, because honestly, Anate and I speak about this all the time, that what we were fighting for the opportunity to be allowed to wear our natural hair when we want to wear it. But it doesn't mean we're not trying to wear weave, we're not trying to have braids, and we're not trying to relax our hair at all. It was just a matter of, let it also be acceptable for an African woman to wear her African hair, type of thing, and to not view it as how it was previously viewed, like I first mentioned. And I mean, that's been beautiful. But then now, honestly, I got to a point where I was confused. The thing is, I love the way my hair looks when it's natural. I just really don't love what it comes with. So it's just been very confusing. And recently I listened to a conversation ga Sino Vuyo Mondliwa with Mpumi. I think it was last year, towards the end of the year. And Usino was talking about her mission with Love Kings, that she doesn't like to use words like Afro is hard, Afro is difficult, Afro is inconvenient. She's trying to kind of change the way that she thinks about it, and then also influence the way that we, the rest of us that consume her, think about it. She wants kind of to carry the movement further than it currently is. I think at first the movement really got us to fall in love with our hair, and now Usnovuyo kind of wants to take it even a step further. And that's where I am right now in my journey, and that's the part that's still kind of confusing me. Because one thing about me, I am a convenience queen, like through and through. Like, I want the most convenient, easiest way to do it, which is why I most of the time have braids, because braids, you wake up, your hair is done, you're good. What? Do you know what I mean? So that's why I like braids so much. But I'm trying to figure out a way to start loving actually wearing my hair. Do you know what I mean? So and that's why I tried this natural hair salon. I was like, okay, maybe if all the wash day things are handled by someone else, I'll love wearing my afro a bit more. But the reality of that situation is that natural hair salons are quite expensive. Natural hair salons are not for everyone. And it's actually so alarming how still stuck in the olden days our salons are, the ones that are not in Rosebank or something, or Sandton, like just a regular salon that you can use back at home. They like, there's so much that is still a mystery to them, that is still unknown. They don't know how to treat natural hair. I don't know how many times like they've told me to relax my hair or to blow out my hair because it's difficult to work with, it's hard to work with. And I have 4C hair actually. Yep, I have 4C hair. I don't have the hair that's that's 5 to not being 4C. It's like 4C, it's kinky. And actually that's also something that I'm still working on, because my hair doesn't look like influencer hair. Doesn't look like those girlies on Instagram. It doesn't lay, it doesn't go sleek. This, you see what it looks like right now. This is what my hair looks like when it's braided. It is kinky. And also I guess that's also part of the learning that had to happen, that like your hair won't look like the hair that you see on Instagram. Your hair will look like what your hair looks like. Like learning to know and understand your texture and accepting it and loving it and not comparing it. But anyways, all to say, it's very alarming for me when I realize how much of like how much South African salons in general still do not know how to handle natural African hair, and how they are still fighting that. And it's so sad that if you want your hair to be treated properly, you have to go to these very expensive natural hair salons. But I have to say that my experience was exquisite. I did not expect it to be painless. Let's also talk about pain. Oh my god, pain. So when it comes to pain, pain has just always been part of the relationship that I have with my hair. From as young as I can remember, when I started doing braids, they were hella painful. They still are. Okay, you know what? Knotless braids have changed a little, have changed the game. They are definitely not as painful as knotted braids. But now, because I have this hair, the pain comes from parting the hair. And I mean excruciating pain, because they don't first detangle hair, because our hairdressers don't know how to detangle hair properly so that it's not so painful when you part it. Or at least that's been my experience, you guys. They don't know how to do that. So that's also the other part that I'm just like, there has to be another way. Like, it's so accepted, it is so accepted in the Black community that the relationship with hair comes with pain. If you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm not here for it. I am not here right now. I'm not here for it. And I'm really trying to just, like, you see, my experience at this salon was amazing, because before this one there was another one that I tried out, and they promised painless braids, and it was a lie. Those braids were hella painful. Okay. And their detangling was questionable. This one, she finger detangling. Do you understand? Finger detangling. Anyways, moral of the story is that this journey with this hair is still, unfolding, and I still have, some ways to go, but I could definitely recognize Uguti. I've come far from that time when I thought that this hair is for the poor kids. And also I think I definitely support a vision of brands like Love Kinks. And I think my biggest like dream and wish for South Africa is that there would be more education on natural hair, like just have that education a lot more accessible. I don't know how, but I'm putting it out there into the universe. Teaching them what products actually should be used on our hair, how to protect it from heat damage, how to, you know, all those things, all those basic things. And so with that being said, I will challenge myself to keep my natural hair during the summer. I'm probably gonna go back to braids in winter, but during the summer to try and have a positive kind of outlook and try to enjoy my hair and see where that gets me. That will also probably mean trying other natural hair salons. If I do, I will definitely vlog it. Also, I'd love to hear how your journeys are going with your natural hair, because hey, mine is a little bit of a wishy-washy hair if I'm being honest. But then anyways, that's all I have to share on my side for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share.